morning, ladies. Good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. How are you all? मैं हूँ परम शिवन, myself Param, and good evening and good to see some familiar faces coming back and joining in. Episode number 40 here on Chit, Masala with my partner in crime, and that's Mr. Pranol right over there. Sounds a little bit nasally, but hello, sir. How are you? Welcome to this evening's program.
How are you? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. तो मांगे मुर्गा के सुरवा ना है कि नहीं?
Yes. You need मुर्गा के सुरवा. Of course you need. Ladies and gentlemen, जो नए जुड़े हैं, आपको वेलकम करना चाहते हैं एपिसोड नंबर 40 में. एंड आज प्रोग्राम में क्या होगा, जैसे कि हमेशा प्रनोल कहते हैं कि भरा पूरा ही होगा, लेकिन भरा होगा पूरा होगा या पूरा नहीं होगा मुझे तो मालूम नहीं, ये वही बताएंगे.
खाली बुरा नहीं.
Good
evening ladies and gentlemen everybody. एक बार फिर से आप सभी को विशेष स्वागत और अभिनंदन हम करना चाहेंगे एपिसोड 40 में. जैसे कि आप सुन सकते हैं, इंग्लिश में बोले ना पर I'm under the pump ना, तो थोड़ा सा under the pump है अभी. A bit of flu and
okay.
sick today and tomorrow. मगर show must go on. हमारा जो शो आज है एक बार फिर से भरा पूरा है दोस्तों साथियों. And there's a chance for us to win Fijian कितना बोला था?
Fijian $100 actually. I didn't actually write it. There was a reason I didn't write it, or I was missing in action. So माफी चाहता हूँ उसके लिए, and I'll update as the program.
कहाँ गया तुम? कहाँ कौन सी? What's up, bro? हो जाएगा. बाप रे बाप bro.
Well, let's. I will share it amongst the program as we proceed. I will tell you where I was. It's been a few hours since I've just landed. It's a little bit jet lagged. Over the weekend, as you know, it was my one of the days when I was born. It was just birthday, so it was a surprise visit.
हम सोचा पूरी नहीं रखवा रहा कुछ मामला है आजकल बहुत भारी. You've been flying in and out, bro. Too much happening your side.
Yes, it is happening a lot. Look, life is about happening. अगर happening नहीं है तो फिर unhappening हो जी ना.
Exactly.
तो अगर happening नहीं हुई तो जिंदगी अधूरी है भाई साहब.
शाबाश क्या बात आपके मुंह में घी शक्कर. और दोस्तों को बता दे.
अच्छा, घी मिला के शक्कर मिला के डालेगा कि कैसे करेगा?
घी शक्कर दोनों मिला के ना. पर वैसे आज बतला दे लोगों को, आज है डेट 23 मई ना.
Yes, 23rd of May.
23 मई आज it is a very good day for me क्योंकि आज बतलाया गया है विश्व भर में, वर्ल्ड भर में. There was a day that started in 1990, World Turtle Day.
Turtle Day.
ना.
Slow movers.
Slow movers. तो बोले the day was celebrated. It started in 1990, but very interesting. And it was done to create awareness and celebrate and protect our turtles and tortoises because they are disappearing around the globe. ना? तो आज के रोज देखा जाए, you would be surprised. Fiji में भी डे मनावा जाए. I'll come to that. और वैसे विश्व भर में जगह पर स्कूल्स में देखा जाए तो आज के रोज बच्चे will dress up as turtles. They'll be wearing green summer dresses and रास्ता पे चले to save turtles caught on highways and research. So schools में they plan their days and they craft project, encourage the teachers and the students to learn more about turtles and then help protect this species. और Fiji में, I think I'm not talking about post COVID but before COVID, अगर देखा जाए, if you have been following the news in Fiji, तो islands में जैसे कि ले लिया जाए Vermo Islands, right? Vermo Island है, Yasawa Islands, Treasure Island में. So what they do, the resort owners, on this day, they will release a few turtles out in the ocean.
Okay.
जा सिमरन जी ले अपनी जिंदगी, So what they do, they get people around and then they have a small celebration and then they release the turtles out in the ocean. And also on this day, many places में पाबंदी लगा जाता है. You don't get to eat turtles. When I was in the Yasawa Islands, I used to eat turtles. Don't you mean that khadra na? But later on I realized so now people are getting more aware. The World Turtle Day hai. We have to save the turtles and we have to
look after the turtle, all the slow movers, get them moving, ladies and gentlemen. Myself, Param Shivan, and here is our hero in crime today. Let's take a little bit towards the end and I'll be back.
टीवी ऑस्ट्रेलिया से बुलाओ नमस्ते, सबका स्वागत है आज के शो में चिट चैट मसाला है शो का नाम, हर एक की जुबां पे एक ही नाम। तो आइए परम और प्रणोल के संग, तो आइए परम और प्रणोल के संग।
स्वागत तो करो हमारा।
Fiji TV Australia presents, हो सुनिए चिट चैट मसाला शो, परम और प्रणोल के संग, परम और प्रणोल के संग। We welcome you to the show today.
परम, थैंक यू वेरी मच टू सेल्विन, साथ में दीपक रानी का भाई हमारे जिंगल्स के लिए। और लोगों को बतला दें कि आज का जो हमारा जो प्रोग्राम है, इट्स ऑल थैंक्स टू आवर मेजर प्रमोटर प्रिंट वैली डिजिटल लैब। दोस्तों साथियों, अगर किसी भी तरह का फ्लायर, ब्रोशर, साइनर्स, पोस्टर्स, कैलेंडर्स, इनविटेशंस, बिजनेस कार्ड्स हो, बैनर्स हो, किसी भी तरह का जो हम कह सकते हैं कि कार्य हो, आपको जरूर से जरूर संपर्क करना है आर दीपक चंद को। द डिटेल्स आर राइट देयर on our page.
Okay, रेणुका शर्मा जी हैं, साथ साथ में बेरिया था लोरोसियो।
अच्छा, गुड इवनिंग।
ही इज बीन विद अस। विनीता सिंह जी, आपको वेलकम करना चाहते हैं इस प्रोग्राम में। प्रिंसेस आशिका, ओके, आपको पाजी नवाजो भाई नमस्ते। और नवीशा नीलेश राम है, साथ साथ में हमारे जो आंटी जी हैं, हॉट आंटी नंबर 1 रेशमा सिंह जी उपलब्ध हो गए, यानी उपलब्ध नहीं उपस्थित हो गए। साथ साथ में रोहित नारायण कलाकार। अजीब घुमाल आदमी कैसे बोली इसके नाम? भैया रोहित का नाम नारायण के नाम, ओके। एंड माई सेल्फ वी, समबडी सेइंग माई सेल्फ वी।
अच्छा,
वीसी।
अनुपमा में वी है, वनराज है। अपना वनराज बोले विनोद भैया जना।
ओके, थैंक यू फॉर क्लैरिफाइंग दैट, माई सेल्फ वी। ओके, थैंक यू। चिट चैट प्रोग्राम है, एपिसोड नंबर 40 है। आज राउंड ऑफ क्वेश्चंस भी होगा। और इफ यू आर वाचिंग दिस फीड, शेयर इट अमंग्स योर फैमिली एंड फ्रेंड्स। इफ यू आर वाचिंग इट बिलेटेड, आपको वेलकम करना चाहते हैं यूट्यूब प्लस दिस चैनल। एंड इफ यू आर वाचिंग इट स्लाइटली व्हिच इज नॉट मेकिंग पार्ट ऑफ आवर स्ट्रीम, आपको भी हम वेलकम करते हैं, बिकॉज देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल हु वॉच इट बट you don't see it amongst the number of people watching. यानी कि हमारे जो साइड व्यूज होते हैं, जो छुप के देखते हैं, चुप चोरी
चुपके ना। So a lot has been happening. और शायरी से शुरू करते हैं हमेशा की तरह। You got a bad running there, bro.
I have a bad running later, but at the moment I've got the music going on for you.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, bad लड़का आज बहुत भारी पानी उसके लिए। अच्छा, चलो ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं, बड़ा हो गया तुम ना। तो दोस्तों साथियों, हमेशा की तरह आज भी प्रोग्राम आज भरा पूरा है। और शुरू करने से पहले हमेशा हम एक ऐसे कविता आपके लिए पढ़ते हैं जो शायद जिंदगी से ताल्लुक रहता हो या फिर डे टू डे हैपनिंग से ताल्लुक होता हो। तो आज का जो कहावत है, और किसी शायर ने क्या खूब लिखा है कि अनुभव कहता है, एक्सपीरियंस कहता है, अनुभव कहता है, खामोशियां ही बेहतर है, शब्दों से लोग रूठते बहुत। जिंदगी गुजर गई सबको खुश रखने में, जो खुश हुए वो अपने नहीं थे, जो अपने थे वो कभी खुश नहीं हुए। कितना भी समेट लो परम, कितना भी समेट लो, हाथों से फिसलता जरूर है जिंदगी। ये वक्त है साहब, बदलता जरूर है। तो एक बार फिर से, अनुभव कहता है दोस्तों कि खामोशियां ही बेहतर है, शब्दों से लोग रूठ जाते हैं। जिंदगी गुजर गई सबको खुश करने में, जो खुश हुए वो अपने नहीं थे, जो अपने थे वो कभी खुश ही नहीं हुए। कितना भी समेट लो, कितना भी अच्छा काम कर लो पर जिंदगी में, हाथों से दोस्त, हाथों से लाइफ, हाथों से जिंदगी फिसलता जरूर है। ये वक्त है दोस्तों, ये वक्त है साहब, बदलता जरूर है।
एंड में कैसे बोले, फिर से बोलो, आपके आज वॉइस थोड़ा नेजली है। एंड में वो कैसे बदलता जरूर है।
ये वक्त है साहब, बदलता जरूर है। हाय हाय।
क्या बात। हीरो इज ऑन द मूव टुडे। लगातार कुमार जी आपको वेलकम करना चाहते हैं। यास्मीन शीश जी आपको वेलकम करना चाहते हैं। सरिता रिट्यू नीरव आपको इस प्रोग्राम में वेलकम करना चाहते हैं। राउंड ऑफ क्वेश्चंस टुडे भी होगा और साथ साथ में कुछ बातचीत भी होंगी तो आइए. Have you been watching any movies recently, Pranav? Apart from
Recently,
your regular,
apart from
soapy that you
Anupama,
watch.
I've been watching Anupama, keeping up to date with Anupama. Yes, with the movies, अभी तो थोड़ा last 2 weeks it was a very busy week for me, तो हम नहीं देखा. But what about you?
I haven't seen anything because I was very busy. I was actually in Fiji on Friday. And I came back just today, and you can see I'm tanned a little bit.
So you went to Fiji, did you, over the weekend?
Yes, I did.
Wow. कैसे बात है? So is
Master
there
ji,
going to be
you went to Fiji, did you? कैसा सवाल है ये?
Huh? Did you? Did you?
I did. Yes, I did.
Huh?
I was in Fiji.
You went to Fiji, did you?
Yes, I did.
देखा?
पैर खींचता हूँ आपका.
तो तुम छुपे क्या बात है यार?
Well, it was my
Yeah.
birthday, so it was a surprise
Yeah.
party, bro. Surprise.
खबर ना
आप लोग तो
पता.
हमें इनविटेशन दिया नहीं है. आप लोग रिंग
I
करके
think
बोला नहीं परम जी आओ.
something is cooking in the background, bro.
Nothing cooking, bro. I was
Then I
wondering
could
कि
get
हम
chutney
सिडनी के
wrap,
जितना
then
फ्रेंड्स लोग हैं, सिडनी के फ्रेंड्स लोग बोली यार परम के थोड़ा पार्टी टी दे. कोई नहीं रिंग करके बोली यार. I said on
No,
that.
we tried, but your phone was engaged, so you were in Fiji.
कुछ नहीं इनगेज पूरा ऑन रहा 24 hours. माय फोन वहाँ पे. My phone was on 24 hours यार. काटा आदम ऐसे जावे. काटा ऐसे जाए तुम्हार.
Kata se jana.
Nevertheless, $100 is about to be given away today, and if you, hey, हम बोला, हाँ तुम बोला, yes of course, आंटी जी बोले हम बोला, of course you said
आंटी
it
जी तो
was.
हमेशा बोले बेचारी
ऐसा
बहुत
बोलती
अच्छी है.
रहती है. आंटी हमेशा बोलती रहती है.
हाँ, और साथ में सरिता ऋतु निदम है, जुड़ गई हैं. अशोक कुमार जी, जेम्स अशोक कुमार जी, स्वागत है आपका. नमस्कार.
विनोद बोले लोबो चलाए क्या इस फीजी में every
हाँ,
second.
जाए छुपे खाए लौट के आए. And I must tell the people who are watching now कि परम जब भी फीजी जाए लौट के आए बहुत खुशी रहे, बड़ा मुस्की मारे.
अरे इतना अच्छा विटामिन डी मिले वहाँ पे यार. यहाँ तो
हाँ,
ठंडा
हाँ,
है,
हाँ.
वहाँ पे तो गर्म है.
हाँ हम जनता विटामिन डी यहाँ whatever.
तो वहाँ पे जाओ खाओ कस के एंजॉय करो. यू सी अ बिट ऑफ अ फैमिली. कैसे हो शैलेंद्र मिश्रा जी? आई एम गुड सर एंड थैंक यू फॉर जॉइनिंग अस इनटू द प्रोग्राम. कहाँ से आप हैं आप ज़रा ये भी फरमाइएगा. और चिट मसाला प्रोग्राम है. आज हम एक सवाल पूछना चाहते हैं आपसे प्रणोल की. थोड़ा सा रीत रिवाज के बारे में बात करेंगे और आई जस्ट वांट अ लिटिल बिट ऑफ इंटरेक्शन विद पीपल कि रीत और रिवाज की जब आजकल की जो मॉडर्न दुनिया है, हाउ मच डज एनीबॉडी फॉलो द रीत एंड द रिवाज, चाहे आप हिंदू हो, मुस्लिम हो, सिख हो, ईसाई हो या किसी भी धर्म या किसी भी मज़हब से आप ही हो. लेकिन हाउ मच डू यू एक्चुअली, आई मीन इट्स probably a personal question, but generally the question is कि how much are people engrossed to involve into आज का संस्कृत और सभ्यता. Do you teach your kids? Do you practice at home? If you don't practice home, but what do you think of the general aspect of it? आज का एक खास मुद्दा है. If the people are throwing, I'll be going along, seeing what people are posting. आपका क्या राय सर? प्रणोल राय.
Personally I don't know. Personal view है, तो अगर कोई ले ले तो they shouldn't take it. हमें तो कहने का मतलब ये है कि
कहने के
you
तात्पर्य
should be don't be too engrossed with all the रीति रिवाज दुनियादारी के है जो ना. But personally I am not very religious. I'm religious. I must say तुम जानता है हम प्राइवेट सब करता है, but not that much religious. I do follow जो कुछ है religiously follow करता है, but that's it. I don't go into maximum. Is that what you wanna? Is that what you gonna? But एक चीज और है.
I don't think I should be asking a personal actual कि आप कितना रीति रिवाज में है. लेकिन what I'm saying is a general aspect of what's your view on it? कि what do you think people out there, not you personally, because that's your personal
Some
view.
people are fully engrossed in things. जब अगर तू fully engrossed पर कोई चीज में हो जाएगा, then you don't see the goodness in other people. That's what हमारा experience इतना दिन के बतावे है कि the people who are very much engrossed in religious activities and so forth, what happens then they look at people from a very different perspective. अरे ये ऐसे है, अरे वो ऐसे, अरे ऐसे फलाना ढकवाना ऐसे ना. So it's good to be involved in religious activities and rituals and whatever you have, but make sure a mannerism, humankind, and all these things should be there as well. ना कोई दिल कभी दुखावा नहीं जाए. So don't be too much into that, but yes, teach your children good mannerism and good culture to follow and things like that. Don't you religiously sense नहीं make करे. Nah, I don't do much of that.
Okay.
That's my personal view. People different से follow करें.
Yes,
That'd be a
Vinod
good
Chandra
point,
has said no one has actually questioned Riti Rivaj till now.
अभी एक आध
And
पंडित आए कि तो हमारी फिर program
साथ
में
में
तो
I follow my Hindu culture but respect all very old culture.
Yes.
Thank you for that.
That's what it should be, Sarita ji.
Yes.
Follow your culture.
Do you
to the
think it's
best.
getting modernized? Do you think it's getting modernized as a modern world? हमारी जो रीति रिवाज है
Fusion होए लगा ना, थोड़ा fusion होए लगा
ये
ना.
ना लगा. So people are moving across.
Yeah, moving across as we go along, na. And why not adapt to the new cultures, adapt to the new world that we are being subjected to.
On that note, do you think there's going to be another religion?
Another नहीं रे भैया right here.
Okay. Moving out of the program, that was I just थोड़ा सा.
I पूछा है la question. I mean.
No, I think observation is the key. Because when I go to Fiji, I see.
Yeah.
So when I see, I observe, I note it down to discuss with my friends and, friends that I meet. Do you think people are really getting involved into it, or do they still follow? Because Fiji is becoming really modernized, my friend. And it takes a lot of things takes me back. And when I look at things, the modern influence कि किस तरह से लोग influence होते, the way they dress, the way they talk. आजकल का जो social media है, and they've come across a long way. And in our time span of 3 trips this year, it's quite amazing how the culture has taken across.
It should revolve to the best of the abilities ना. कुछ change करना है life में भी या culture में कुछ करना है, it should go to the best of the ability. कभी नहीं बोलो कि 20 साल पहले हम लोग ऐसे करता रहा है ना, तुम लोग कौन सी करता है, that's a very bad saying ना. हम लोग time ऐसे करता रहा, हम लोग time, I mean whatever. World has to change, bro. African countries भी जगह पर they are changing as well. So remote places maybe they are changing. So,
and also saw a lot of mixed breed bolte hain ki people are interbreeding into the different cultures, which is quite because when I say observe and you see people jo mixed breed kids hai and you look at them, they look differently, you go hang on, and you see them as a couple, they go, oh wow, it's different, no? Fijian and Indian get married and Fijian and Kailoma, is this say?
Samoan, last weekend we had Samoan and Fijian, they got married.
Yeah. Fijian and Samoan is common, but Indian Samoan is
just Fiji Hindustani married a Samoan.
Wow, okay.
I mean, they do the MC last week, and it was fantastic. Mix of 2 cultures, blend of 2 cultures.
Yeah.
And everything turned out fantastic.
It's amazing.
Lovely kids,
yeah. Different kids, and I observe and I drive along, or you sit along, or you sit in the plane or something. You see all these things. So it's moving across very fast, and I'm quite surprised. That's why these questions do come across my mind when I see that. और यहाँ पर भी okay, Ram Preeti Kumar ji, yes, Ram आपको everyone. And Bariata said, when did I come? Yes, I was there last weekend. Sorry, actually I was there on this previous weekend. Saochi. I just came back today. Yes, it was a wonderful weather over there. So yes, that was the question and that was the observation that I always bring to the forum, ladies and gentlemen. And if you've got some sort of observation, do let me know. It's quite interesting.
Quite interesting. Okay.
So yes, moving.
कुमार एक बार फिर से जुड़ गए हैं. राम to everyone आपने कहा है. राम. Welcome to episode number 40.
Episode number 40, Chit Masala.
Narayan Bhattiga has joined. Thank you very much, brother.
Oh, hello, brother. ये लड़का हलचल कर रहे हैं ना?
कौन?
Nathan is quite observant ना. Auntie look like video बना रहा है लड़की लोग. Auntie लोग कुछ ही बात करे.
Oh, is that Nathan guy? Oh, अच्छा. काफी viral है इसके वीडियो.
हाँ, काफी viral है. So he's
बहुत अच्छा. पर एक और एपिसोड चले हैं. एक लड़का है, I don't know, he's in Fiji की कहाँ बहुत भारी चले. वो केटन के पीछे लुक के टिकटॉक में ले आंटी जी है ना, तो अच्छा से बात करिए. तुम पूजा में गिरा बहुत अच्छा. हम सुना बहुत हलवा खाया तुम. Things like this. So small clips डाले. It's funny as well. So a lot of things are making TikTok पे अच्छा लगी. Fiji के talents उभरते हुए आवे ना. चाहे Fiji के है, whether you're in New Zealand or Canada or wherever you are. जो दिखता है वो बिकता है. And if you've got some talents, it should be out there. अभी lately एक चले है पर हम TikTok में एक लड़का अमरीश पुरी और उसकी आवाज निकाली से अमरीश पुरी और बॉबी देओल के, I mean सनी देओल. and they are sitting in front of. They are about.
Oh,
to
that
watch
guy is
soccer.
from Singatoka. Atish Menon bhai keh rahe ki that guy you're talking about is from Singatoka.
कौन? Oh, John Keaton के पीछे वाला. He's from Singapore.
Possibly. So
उसके
this
नाम
Atish
में
Menon.
Canada लिखा है. Canada. So I thought it was in Canada, but नहीं PG में हाँ.
Okay.
So he's a funny dude as well. Okay, right. Question पे चलते हैं. Param, is that so?
Yes. Yes. Question की ओर हम बढ़ते हैं. Definitely the first question for this evening, ladies and gentlemen, and today is $100 giveaway.
$100 giveaway if you do answer
Fijian,
well.
Fijian
your name goes in
$100.
this, Fijian $100. Acha, this was one question that I had raised. I had said before in one of the programs, but there is a twist to that question that I am going to say. I did say
यार मैं
one
twist.
twist. There was a long time people know that in 1867 we had cannibalism being practiced in Fiji. Everybody knows that, and there was this Methodist missionary in Fiji, Thomas Baker. I talked about him in a few episodes before, and he was known as the only missionary to be killed and eaten, along with 7 of his Fijian followers. Right. So everybody knows, and a bit of an insight into that. The incident happened, of course, in Nagosa Highlands, and the rock that was used to kill this guy, Baker, is still displayed in the village of Nambutatau, Chatike. And also the soles of the leather sandals which were cooked by the cannibal tribe.
Soup बनाई थी ना?
Soup बनाई, right. It is still preserved at the Fiji Museum, Param.
Okay.
And records show that Baker was killed, of course, and eaten as a result of him touching the chief's head. And touching the chief's head is considered disrespectful in the Fijian culture. Na? So mistakes, he went there to Christianize people, na? To what do you call it? In Christianity may absorb correctly, but what happened? He took kangi.
Okay.
So he went there. He was talking to everybody, and the chief of that village said, "No, I don't want to bring Jesus. I don't want to be converted to Christianity." Blah blah blah. Tabi he took out his comb, just to show how good a prize it is. And he started combing the chief's hair. And the others got very, very offended that he did that. So right. So what happened? And that right. So what happened is this: he ruffled a few feathers there. So what they did, they killed him, right, along with 7 Fijian Christian workers on that night.
Okay.
Right. So 7 of them were killed, and there were some who escaped. Ooh. Now
Who
you gotta
escaped?
tell me, who to nahi batai pai how many escaped?
Okay. How many escaped from 1876? You're saying?
Ha, ha. It was
Okay, ladies and
1866.
gentlemen, 1876. You might have to
67.
Google it. 1867. That's a long way
So,
back, and I think
long way
nobody.
back, but if you had done
There's a
history or
history
other
involved.
history, so they were these lucky dudes who ran away.
So
How
no,
did it
okay, let's streamline it and let's give between. Let's get a ballpark figure, because since it's 1867 and now we are into 2022, which is like quite a long way back. थोड़ा सा can you give us the number? कि this numbers के बीच में.
Less than 10.
Oh, okay, great. Less than 10. Have a pick. 10 people.
So there were
Pick the
7
answer.
Fijian Christian workers. They were there,
Yep.
and I've got the names of those people there. And there were some who escaped the massacre. And there were some who escaped. How many escaped?
Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 1867, there was a missionary in Fiji and trying to
Thomas
convert people
Baker.
to obviously Christianity, and he was killed by one of the person and eaten, or possibly
By the
fried
chief,
up
by the chief, and eaten as well.
and amongst him were 7 other people. And how
बोले
many
उसके
escaped?
घड़ी उसके घड़ी भी बोले they boiled it ना. So
Oh,
I was thinking
no.
one day वो घड़ी इनका कौन है? Seiko घड़ी रहा है ना.
I doubt
Seiko-
Seiko, because it's quite a
Huh?
long time ago. 1867, कितना बड़ा घड़ी रहेगा भाई, कितना बड़ा काटा रहेगा. टक.
बड़ा लाभ एक घड़ी इसके boil करा गया soup में.
Oh no.
And I was googling up research, a bit of an intense research. हम बोला John भागीस ला लड़का लोग कहाँ है, कैसे है, कितना lucky रहा है ना. But there's no traces of these guys. But
So the
after
correct
names-
answers are coming through, possibly. And out of 7, how many escaped? Oh, sorry.
Acha, bata-
Sorry. Out of 7, how many escaped? Okay.
Out of 7, how many escaped?
Okay. Out of 7. So the Klura,
Baika was
it's less
killed
than 10.
along with 7 Christian, right? So, no, 7 were killed.
Seven
Kitna
were killed.
bhaga? 7
Okay,
were
7.
killed.
Okay. Out of 10, 7 were killed. So here we go.
Oh, okay. Sahi jawab dene wale. The answer is 2.
Okay. Beriata.
Kolo na bhi like this. I say and Joseph and Nangata. Nangata bhaiya sune hum log program mein abhi hai ki nahi?
It's probably there.
That caught my attention. The surname Nangata. No?
Oh,
I
okay.
say and Joseph and
So the
Nangata.
answer is 2.
Answer is 2.
Renuka Sharma ji.
First one is Ranuka Sharma, and second one is Priti Amit Kumar, and the third one is Beriata Lorosio.
Beriata, you just missed it.
No, Beriata is true as well, right? Right, Beriata's name.
Are we taking 2? Best of 2,
3.
aren't we?
Best of 3 every time.
Oh, okay. Best of 3. Okay. Beriata is the guy that used to come with them. What's his name? He's not. We used to know him from other name, Mauricio.
Oh, so he understands Hindi? Beriata, is it okay? Can you follow the program? Is it?
He is, yeah.
Okay, good. So
Kumar.
Beriata Priti Amit, yes, there were 2 men, ladies and gentlemen, Isaiah and Joseph Anangata. They escaped the massacre. Yes, Johnny. Beriata is Johnny, huh?
Johnny, that's it, Johnny, yeah.
So after Baker's death, the View Level mission junta, it got temporarily closed after that. So Thomas Baker, ladies and gentlemen, if you do go to Fiji, if you do go to the museum in Namra, Yad Rakhna, just do see his leather what do you call it? Leather belt
Check.
is still
Belt
there.
is still there. Okay,
It's
must be quite a big leather belt.
Big leather
Okay,
belt.
so yep, correct answers, and this was good history. You never know, we
Good
might
history.
ask this question again in around the table again.
I must remind the viewers, Param, again, ki kahe hum log why are we touching a little bit of the history of Fiji, because we need to be aware of what is happening
Yes.
in our backyard. No?
I think the elections are coming next year, shortly next year, and
Next
it'll
week,
be.
this year.
Is it this year? Well, I think they're supposed to have it this year. Well, actually, it's supposed to be happening this year, so I don't know if it's going to happen this year. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, it'll happen definitely next year. But I think it's panned down to have it in this year, so maybe probably around about October, November.
Mhm.
So let's see. What do you think? Who's going to win, my friend? I've been seeing various videos and interviews and certain things coming around saying Mr. Rambuka is firing, कि जीतने का उसका उम्मीद है पूरा ना. He's been marketing everywhere.
Yeah,
And
he's
I
keeping
saw
his
an
mama-
interesting post with Rajendra Chaudhary, and he wrote an interesting post on his timeline. You know Rajendra Chaudhary, no? He's the son
Yes,
of
of course. Son of
Mahendra Pal Chaudhary. He wrote an interesting thing. He said, look, because Rambuka was the first person. I think there was a coup. He's the one who's removed him.
Mhm.
And he said that, things happen and I forgive him. And I think he went to his house for dinner or somewhere they caught and met.
Yeah.
It's an interesting post. And he said,
Yeah,
look,
he forgave him
Yes.
long time back. Yeah, long time
Okay.
back.
But that's the first time I saw it. He wrote it openly on Facebook and said, look,
And his dad as well, when he came out of the Gonchabaliki coup, when he was as a hostage, first thing he said, I forgive him. So
wow, interesting.
That was very interesting that time.
Okay, he forgave him, but do you forget?
You can
It's,
forgive, but you can't
good.
forget, nah.
It's always there. It's actually, I like to use the terminology downloaded. It's already downloaded into your computer. So that's a food for thought. Okay, moving ahead with the program, ladies and gentlemen. We here, locally, we had an election. And of course, some of you who watch this program will probably follow politics. Some of you I know, closely follow politics. And over here, I heard on Saturday, I just breezing through and I heard the Labour came into power. And kudos to the Labour team. And I think there were, Liberal has been ruling here. Pros
He's
and
been ruling
cons
for a
happen.
long time. They said John Howard ke police he was far too long at the driver's wheel, na? At the driver's wheel.
Yeah.
मतलब बस में बहुत दिन तक driver seat पे बैठा रहा John Howard. So that was the only thing that
And John is
Yes.
saying, I think it's going to be a difficult voting for this year.
Correct. Just like here, just like Johnny here. It was a tough battle here. Anthony Albanese and of course ScoMo. And the people.
was it very
have
close?
spoken-
Was it very close? Because I don't know what the seats were like.
No, I mean closely in the campaigns and stuff like that. But
Okay.
Labour काफी अच्छा से जीती से. They did
Okay.
big
They did well.
margin से.
Wow.
They did well. So we can say on a hindsight कि कितना भी कोई कुछ कर ले. So if you don't listen to the people on the ground, see all the marches that happened before that now, जो हम लोग teachers लोग के pay के बारे में ना, matching up with the inflation rate and things like that. So you can be right 99% on the paper helping people, but if you're not listening to the ordinary people, na, so things like this can happen. Na? The Fiji maybe it is going to be a very close one. People.
And if I'm not
listening-
mistaken, they're saying that you can vote for any province or something. Like if you're living in Suva, and if you like someone who's actually standing up in Nandi and you like the person, I think you can vote for them. If I'm not mistaken. That's the new thing coming. I'm not sure, but somebody who's actually watching this program may highlight me on that way.
But yeah, Paramki, if a change does occur in Fiji, na, history it shouldn't repeat itself. Na? You know what
We
happens
can hope.
when
We can hope.
somebody loses, then things go pear-shaped. Na? बहुत कुछ सके है उसके बाद पे ना.
Well, Johnny has confirmed, yes, you can. So if you like someone
Okay.
that's standing in Lambasa or something, you can vote for them, which is quite interesting if you look at it, bro. Very interesting.
So we can't do that here. If I like Pauline Hanson, I can't vote for her here, because.
Okay.
So we can't do that
I think
here.
Labour had 70.
Yeah, Labour, margin achara Labour. Okay, so
Wow.
yeah, Labour did very well, and
Majority
the people
government form कर इसका मतलब.
हाँ, people have spoken. ना इसके lesson ये है कि in any other country, including Fiji, you have to listen to the ordinary people.
In
You
the
can have
common
all
man.
The common man. Now, upper admin side, you can do all the good things, but if it doesn't trickle down to the ordinary people, at the end of the day, it's the ordinary people that
puts you in power.
That put you in power. Exactly.
That's what democratic is about.
So
Good on you politicians. Whoever comes into the country, as long as the country is alive, that's all I worry about. Country is China.
और
That's
वैसे
it.
कहावत है ना बोले कि if any government comes in power, it wouldn't be any better than the previous one. There's an English saying to that. No matter who comes in power, it wouldn't be any better than the previous one. So
You think so?
ना कोई आए कि उतने के हम लोग के at the end of the day घर में रोटी चावल तो हम लोग काम करके लायक पड़ी ना at the end of the day कुछ खास मिली नहीं ना.
My friend, I was told that a lot of things in Fiji has actually gone up in price quite tremendously. Chawal, atta, chini, and a lot of import stuff are expensive. Just to give you about kiwi fruit, how much do you pay for kiwi fruit over here for a kilo? Kiwi fruit.
No
Probably
idea,
about
bro.
$4 or $5 or $3 के बीच में रहे. Over there, it's about, at times it could be $16 a kilo, my friend.
Ooh.
It's imported, but $16 a kilo. Chini has gone up big time. Now sugar has gone up.
And lately,
Yeah.
abhi fertilizer prices Fiji में it has doubled because it was coming from Ukraine and things like that.
So the going up of the
It's
price
time.
is something which I think is going to be a big turn off for the voters, I think. That's what my belief is. But I don't know, could be wrong.
But पर इस सब चीज में things do get expensive, but एक
Yeah.
चीज people should not forget. You have to be very vigilant. अब कोई घर में खाना नहीं है, there'll be more robberies. God forbid. There'll be more crimes happening. So if you are at home, if you're listening to our program, our advice would be yes, prices go up, and then hunger comes in. And if you don't have food in the house,
They will
burglary, crime, all these things will escalate.
happen.
Be
Stealing.
careful. Stealing and everything. So
And fuel prices is also increasing. So
Keep
obviously the
increasing.
government will probably try to balance it. So why the increase,
Acha.
I don't know.
but prices के जैसे Australian, New Zealand government करी से the fuel prices हम लोग के subsidize करी से. Has the Fiji government done that?
I
Probably
don't
not.
think so.
अभी ना.
Don't think so.
Because there's the only big revenue that they get, na? Fuel prices.
Every time I hear is I don't know where the information comes from. I think the
The fuel
common man
excess.
says that Fiji is in debt big time. That's what the common man's observation is at the moment. That's what they say. I mean, I don't know where the research is. कि कहाँ से खोज के लाए. They always say Fiji is in a debt with China. I don't know how they get this. Fiji is in a debt with China. Away, China.
Borrowing बहुत ज़्यादा हो जाए ना. Just
Yeah,
to keep price in there.
but misinformation is really bad. Don't forget, there's other banks that Fiji borrows from, and there's World Bank, there's Asia Pacific Bank. So, थोड़ा उस पे ध्यान डालिए. You need to.
World Bank भी बोली से कि
Yeah.
काफी देर time सस्ता है. If I'm not, I was reading an article the other day.
Yes.
World Bank भी, they have just said that as well. No?
Yep.
So
by
yes,
saying that Fiji owes money to China is probably in brackets. You could say that unless you can prove कि Fiji owes it. So the hypothesis or probably the observation is कि Fiji owes money to China. But I think
Hui, amount I haven't done research.
yes. Avinash is saying just came back last week. Fuel is about $3 per liter.
$3. Pop.
And people have got lots of cars on the road. So how are they going to afford it? Bus prices is also gone up. So yeah. And did you notice over here in Sydney that some prices have gone up? जैसे कि कैसे तुम्हें बोली you pull a carpet underneath the chair.
Stop just
पता नहीं लगेगा because
in here prices of things have escalated double and triple again.
The first thing I've noticed was coffee, because if you pay $4.50 and all of a sudden it's $5 and I'm going like this, abhi change hai 50 cents. Change this. And the other place I went it went 20 cents up. So there's a big difference, 50 cents and 20 cents up.
There's a big difference in many things here in Sydney.
Because the brain is, registering kb 50 cents में change मिली ना. Then you look at the person is actually say it's $5. Okay.
थोड़ा दिन लगी register होते हैं.
Register होते हैं.
So
we have to $3.02. Priti Amit Kumar is saying for unleaded. I don't know if they have Fiji में E10. I don't know. सस्ता petrol है.
So diesel हो जाता ना. I mean, people are using diesel cars more probably.
Yep.
Things
Yep.
like that.
Yep. Well, it's time for the.
No matter what it is, we have to live with that. Be extra vigilant. Be frugal. ज़्यादा कुछ खर्चा नहीं करो. I mean, just all things that everybody knows that we are mentioning here.
Okay. So moving ahead with the program, after this little segment that I'm going to play, little video. उसके बाद में we'll be doing another question. While Master Rai is getting ready with another question. We'll talk about this video and what's happening in as far as music scene is concerned. A new program has actually eventuated, and I saw a little bit of it, and here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4. हमारा नाम बनारस बाबू हम हैं बनारस बाबू उन्हें भी हम हमें भी हम समझियो ना इसे हम हमारा नाम बनारस बाबू हम हैं बनारस बाबू
इंडिया से गुल और नमस्ते, सबका स्वागत है आज के शो में। चिट चैट मसाला है शो का नाम, हर एक की जुबां पे एक ही नाम। तो आइए परम और प्रणोल के संग, तो आइए परम और प्रणोल के संग।
Yes,
1973 में बनी ये फिल्म बनारस बाबू का गीत अभी आप सुन रहे थे गुरुज के संगीत पर
रेडियो फीजी 2 पे।
रेडियो BG2 पर। और साधना प्रसाद ने लिखा है नाइस सॉन्ग, थैंक यू दोस्त। यास्मीन जी ने कहा है
कौन फिल्म के गाना है ब्रोइला?
बनारस बाबू मेरे ख्याल से
Rajesh Khanna.
देवानंद
Okay. Yes, it's a nice film, and I must congratulate you guys. You know, it's a nice music out there. You guys are getting better.
Sorry.
Guys are getting better.
It was just a second take. कोई रहा नहीं वीडियो उतारे ना।
That's fine.
First time we did that because normally हम छोटे कोई रहे नहीं तो छोटे लड़के उतार ले वीडियो ना, जॉन क्रैक्टन के ना। बट आज हम लोग अच्छा ऊपर लगा के Jay did well, and रेशमा जी ने लिखा wonderful, जॉन ने कहा what a nice song, thank you, प्रीति ने हाथ भेजा, thank you very
And
much.
one thing I must say is, you know, they say, you know, like a nice wine, you know, it ages. And what's it saying? Ki a nice is the wine ages. It tastes good or
It
something
tastes
like
better,
that.
right? It
Tastes better. No? I think that James is like that. His voice is always this. Sounds much better every time he performs. It hasn't changed. His voice hasn't changed. So he's getting down, but his voice is still the same. So there you go.
It's,
Ups for him.
and also Jaden was on guitar as well.
I saw that.
Couldn't make it. Shade dates भुला गया ना, जो सुबह Sunday के training, but you know, so
Man of many
so
talents.
many talents here in the band there. So if somebody is not available, we swap our roles as well. So it was a good one. 1973 में हम लोग तो पैदा नहीं बेरा पर हम उठाए हुए कैसे बात है?
Moving ahead with the program with the next question, and then I'll be after the question. Let's make the question quick. Let's take 2 questions, for example, and then we'll come back to the new show Gurus has actually put up. उसके बारे में कुछ बात करेंगे.
Thank you. So question number 1 is second one is very easy, Param.
Okay, very easy. I may be able to answer that then.
Very easy. Vanua level. It's the question is based in Fiji as well. So Vanua level, BT level, Vanua level. It was formerly known as what? Vanua level से पहले there was another name given to that, and you know it's a second largest.
हम Google करी तब ले देखिए ना. से हम में आंसर.
पता नहीं Google में मिली कि नहीं. And it has a population हमने सोचा पर 150,000 लैबी हुई, if I'm not mistaken, out of the blue हम बोल दिया है. So 150,000 probably. So what is Vanuatu? What was Vanuatu formerly known as?
Come on, ladies and gentlemen, what was Vanuatu known as before?
अगर पुष्पा फिल्म देखा है तो you can relate well to that. झुकेगा नहीं.
Okay.
So what was Vanuatu known as?
It's a very easy question, but I don't know.
Very easy question, huh? Yeah,
Okay, I've got it.
You've got it. Hey, Google. Is the feed okay? Oh, ha. One per करता वो तो.
Vinod Chandra and Sasat Merunika have said those answers. अगर आप if you're watching this program, okay, yes, Renuka has. Read the feeling. Just me.
Sandalwood Island, Sandalwood. सही जवाब है Sandalwood.
Okay. Sandalwood.
So विनोद भाई के नाम और साथ में रेणुका शर्मा के नाम जो है पर हम ये लोग के लिए. Yes, Sandalwood, ladies and gentlemen, because there are a lot of sandalwood that was ground that time, and it was a very big production, but it didn't eventuate well. So it's Vanuatu, right?
And the third one was Preeti Amit Kumar.
Gotcha. Remember, if your name clicks out, you go into you win Fijian.
So what we're looking at, DJ Dhiren, welcome. Jai ho dost log, kaise bhai sab? Welcome to the programs. Yes, if your question comes, your answer comes into the feed, you can actually see who comes first.
Vinod bhaiya, thank you bhaiya, thank you Vinod. He's a good sport, I would say.
Please don't put my name in the draw. Okay, आपका नाम हम निकाल देंगे दोस्त. तो third वाला में आई, I think.
Third वाला में
Johnny का नाम.
Johnny है. And another question, like you said, Param.
Yes.
Quick one.
Yep.
आपको बतलाना है दोस्तों साथियों कि एक कौन सा कंट्री है, कौन सा स्मॉल आइलैंड है जिन्होंने एक ब्लॉक ऑफ लैंड who bought a block of land in Fiji, right? and they are thinking that if this climate change takes over, और ये country के जो president है is a very illiterate man, और
Yep.
सबसे अच्छा speech there. So he thinks that one day the island will be underwater. Climate
Fiji
change.
Island.
You know?
You're talking about Fiji Island.
One of the yes. No, Fiji nahi, but one of the neighboring countries, right? So he knows that they will go down. The country will rising under the rising ocean.
Yes.
So and which country am I talking about? Which island country I am talking about, ladies and gentlemen? वो लोग जमीन खरीद ली से पहले से, and they bought a piece of land in Vanua Levu Param. So वहाँ पर अगर पानी में आएंगे, I mean if everything goes down, वो country ऐसे है. So they were living on this side, and then the sea level kept increasing, kept rising, and what they've done, they moved from this island at this side of the island to the other side. अब बोले यहाँ पर भी इतना ऊपर आएंगे. If that happens, then they need to move to another place, and so they have bought a property worth about $9.3 million Australian.
Okay.
Right?
And where did they
Vanua
buy the
Levu
property?
Melis.
Oh, okay.
Country.
Country town, a country island.
Country island. आपको हमें बतलाना है. Oh God, can't hear you guys. So heavy rain. Oh, अच्छा पानी पर से भाई Fiji में.
No, it's not Fiji. I think she's. I don't know if she's in Fiji. Is Sarita in Fiji?
Oh, okay.
I think it's raining over here. Fiji में तो नहीं. Nevertheless, I think she's here, Australia.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So and they got the money with the technical assistance from China as well, Param. So
Okay.
China की योगदान उसमें भी है.
Technical
So they know
assistant.
that very soon that place will be transformed into a commercial farm, and that will help. वहाँ से खाना थोड़ा अपना island भेजेंगे, and after
Okay.
that they will eventually move here. So what is the name of that
So
small
that
island?
country will lose that island.
Yes.
It'll
yes,
go
half
out
तो
of
चला
so
गया.
many islands. Eh?
Half तो चला गया, bro.
Well, you never know. कुछ है, they might lift them up, you know.
ना Japan offered बोले हम लोग तुम लोग को lift कर देंगे घर और सब ना. Japan gave a very good a mission plan, but उन्होंने बोले नहीं. There will be time. We want to stay here, and then that's it.
So once again, ladies and gentlemen, which is that country island which is about to go underwater? Not about to go, but in due course it will happen. And we're looking for that answer there. That's question number 3. If you know the answer,
Thank you. Sarita ji ने लिखा she's
I
in
don't know.
Mr. Tweet's head. अच्छा. Tuvalu, Tailevu, Rambi.
Rambi. Kiribati लिखे से कुछ लोग. Avinash. Tuvalu, Kiribati, Kiribati. Rambi Island.
Kiribati. Johnny ने लिखा है. Johnny has written Kiribati. कैसे बोलते हैं परम? Run it off.
If you know the answers to that.
Yeah, Maldives. The island is 3 hours from here. No, 3 hours of flight from Fiji. The island.
Okay.
Fiji is about 3 hours.
So
So
what is
yes, they bought it for $9.3 million, and
the correct?
they bought this land in Vanua Levu. And the correct answer is Kiribati.
Ah.
Kiribati. Kiribati. Some people say Kiribati. So let's go up there and see. We've got
Avinash.
Avinash Budaliar. बहुत भारी information रखे ये लड़का. जना बड़ा हो गया. Avinash Budaliar.
सारा स्कूल पढ़ी से
है.
सही स्टेप नहीं मारी से. I think he
Uma Devi ने सही जवाब लिखा है. Uma Devi. Number 2 is Uma Devi.
Madevi
And
and
the
there
third
is
one
Johnny.
is-
Johnny is on
third
fire today.
John is on fire. V8 throttle.
Oh,
इसके बाद.
Johnny.
Johnny.
Johnny fire करी से. We got 2 more questions to go and we move ahead with the program. Thank you for those who have participated. Our Kiribati. Okay. 9 point कितना million?
Huh?
What's Kiribati famous for? Something.
Kiribati fishing.
Fishing.
Fishing but 9.3 million में. And it is good for fishing. जो बड़ा companies they sell fish. They have got a main factory, main quarters there, you know.
Okay. Well, Pranol, over the weekend I saw a little bit of you guys getting together and talking, and obviously, you know, I talk show, and tell me a little bit about it, you know. Not too long. Short में बताइए.
जल्दी से बताइए. No,
जल्दी से
it
बताइए.
went okay. It went okay. Till now, 1,200 people have viewed the thingy.
Okay.
But it was okay. We did well. we had a few karaoke's and we had a behind the scenes masti and things like that. Slowly getting into it. For the next month, we might do a bit of a. Many people have commented, "Kitum log live band hai, so why you guys are doing karaoke? Why don't
It is supposed to be a different show, isn't it? It's not supposed to be a live band show.
the hybrid bole karo na with the keyboard and hybrid. So we might do a few hybrids
Fusion.
next time, bit fusion here and there. And yes, we played the guitars and everything in the show. It went well, Param. I would say successful one.
Okay, that's good. That's good. And what's
Did you watch it? Did you watch it?
I watched a little bit because, as I said,
Oh,
I
Fiji
was
sir.
very, very busy. रहा तो थोड़ा सा हम देखा just to catch up to see what was going on, and I got a gist of it. But it's quite good. Congratulations to the Guru's band and the team, and good to see Neil a bit shy there, but talking on camera. It's quite unique to see, and
He needs
And I
to
like the-
open up.
he's bottled up a bit, eh? And good to see, James K. And good to see a bit of your humor going around behind the scene, and it's quite interesting. So, what is the motive? Motive कौन ची है तुम लोग के?
The
What's your
motive
vision
of-
on
of-
it?
The vision is that it is basically to try and promote and sell the band, and also to inspire a few people.
कितना बेचता बैंड?
So it's just to keep everybody in the loop, what is happening behind the scenes, what is the future gigs that's coming up, and things like that, voice modulation pe baatein and things like that.
Priti is saying waiting for September show. Are you guys going to Fiji?
September, man, we have got these Sarigama kids coming from Nepal and things like
Okay,
that.
so
we
that's
are
going to Fiji.
making them up as a musicians in Whitlam Center here. But Preeti ji, we are not coming to Fiji. No. अगर हम लोग के promoter तो बिलाई जी. We're 9 in the band ना सर. He did want to take us to Melbourne the following week. यहाँ बजाक बाद में पूरा troop is willing to pay everything. But हम लोग के boys available नहीं है. So we will be having only one show September में 24th मेरे ख्याल से here in Whitlam Center. The rest they will be traveling to Fiji Islands पे परम लंबासा में यहाँ वहाँ everywhere they will be doing a lot of shows in Fiji as well. So it's good, so people can get a grasp of whatever is happening with the Sarigama finalist and Haryana ke champions, look what they are doing over there and things like that. It will be a fantastic show.
Avinash is saying he pronounces Kiribati बोले हम pronounce कर omit me from the draw.
Oh, thank you, Avinash.
What
Thank
did
you,
he?
Bhaiya.
What did
Thank you
he?
very much.
No, he did say Kiribati.
Pronounced. Boleh pronounce is Kiribati. Okay, yes. Kiribati
But-
लिखा ने pronounce is Kiribati, Avinash बोले.
So where is he pronounced? He say omit me.
नहीं, omit me बोले कि उसके नाम नहीं लिखो draw में, so that
Okay. Oh, okay.
anybody else can get the.
So the third one was. I think we've got the correct answers. Third May, I think that was locked in till that. Nobody else came after that. So that was locked in till that. So we'll leave it at that and we'll see if he wins. Then he can, instruct us to pursue it for the next week.
Pursue for that. Exactly.
Next week,
Arnish ji,
If he wins, you can donate it for next week, my friend.
Johnny Bhai Bula Bhaiya, आपने रखा है. Thank you very much. And
Johnny bhai.
Arnish.
Okay, Arnish bhai. Hey, Johnny. तुम्हारा dialogue सुनने
Johnny.
मांगे bro. इसी में मार दो dialogues के.
Johnny, हमसे ज़माना ज़माने से आगे नहीं चलता.
Well, Chit Chat program happens every second Monday now, ladies and gentlemen. Due to our busy schedule, both of us have got a pretty heavy schedule, so we are busy. So इसीलिए this is not for a money-making venture. This is just for a fun venture, and we hope you enjoy. And do you share this and amongst your family and your friends, and enjoy a little bit of history, a little bit of fun, a bit of a chit chat, and a bit of news, a bit of everything you could say. Some interesting topics. Yep. So what have you got on today, my friend? Anything special?
I was looking at a few things and देखा कि Fiji में बताया गया है कि the price of kava is going to drop. So according
Yes,
to the Ministry
you
of
can pick it up
Agriculture,
$50 a kilo, my friend.
According to the permanent secretary over there, he says average is $80 to $100 per kilo, and now it will decrease to $50 to $60 per kilo. No? So अभी शायद हो ही गया हो, I'm not जानता, but the price.
Did you like the grog you got?
Yes, my friend. Thank you very much. Thank you very
That's
much.
about $50, my friend.
Oh, 50.
If it was good, then
50
the price.
Fijian, no?
Yes, $50.
Thank you very much, brother. तो मैं लिए निगोना लाया.
100 रहा, but तुम्हें 50.
So it perfect. We had a good mix the other day.
Okay,
Perfect with
okay. So you remembered me. उसकी यात्रा में.
that.
It's an interesting saying when someone talks about you say that you start having conjugal hiccups. I don't know how far it is true, but it's probably to do with indigestion. But the Indian saying is कि
कोई याद करे,
कोई याद करे.
right?
It's amazing
और,
how.
It's amazing to see. And Reshma ji ने लिखा, I got kava. Anyone wanna buy?
Oi.
PTB, I'm also selling grow. Boy, ले.
I got kava. Anyone want to buy? Okay, she's selling. रेशमा जी फीजी में $50 है. ब्याज काट के जोड़ो तो यहाँ पे भी कितना लगे? $70 a kilo.
Yes, it's a Sangani kava, right?
Yes, we will pay. Yes, we'll pay $30.
$30 for that grow. अच्छा.
विनोद तो दम पूरा बैंक का है.
एकदम मांगे 30, हम 35 दे देगा आंटी जी रखना. और परम
Yes,
एक बात
Singani
और,
kava.
बहुत अच्छा लगा हमें when I was reading the newspaper. I'm very happy news. हमने सोचा कि चलो शेयर कर ले कुछ लोग के साथ.
Sure, go for it.
सुबह में एक व्यक्ति था. There was a man, that was Fijian man. He was selling pineapples from door to door. He had 4 or 5 kids, and it was a very familiar figure. कहा जाता है सुबह में ना. So white container like he was going from office to office, shop to shop. He was selling fresh pineapples, kata na. And he's a 39-year-old man. And 4 ladkan, he's got 4 kids. And what happened is that was his rosy roti. That was his bread and butter. So, but then he applied for this, the fruit picking scheme that comes.
Oh, yeah.
He
And he got
applied
in.
for that. Yeah, and he got in, and it is on a 4-year season, 4-year basis. 4 साल.
Wow.
He's gonna stay in Australia, and इतना खुशी है बोले हम औरत बोले
इतना खुशी है.
इतना खुशी है बोले कि
खुशी है दम.
खुशी है. जेन की संग बात कर लिया. तब बोले कि हम इतना खुशी, they have been struggling and they've been doing things in a very decent way, and now his wife was selling nakai in the markets and things like that, and now he's a very elated man, very happy. Well, हम 4 साल के लिए जाएगा Australia, and then from here I'm gonna send all my money home to my wives and to a lovely kids.
I wonder how much they get for fruit picking. I wonder how much that would be.
Minimum
$15?
लिहो यार. Minimum wage rate 15 लिहो. But remember last time somebody came and यहाँ पैसा भेजा कि he had a big house done in Fiji and things like that. So it was very good. Only thing, your health has to be in par. तब तुम्हें
You don't need to be educated?
No, you don't need to be educated. Only thing, health and fitness and things like that gotta be good. No?
It's a
बड़ा
good way
पेट
of making money for them. Workers scheme है, सस्ता भी है, and Australia needs it, by the way. I think this happened more post-COVID or during COVID, no? I think it happened
during
more.
COVID, and thank you to the Australian government as well, whoever the government.
I think they've
before.
realized कि why are we importing oranges and all the other tropical fruits that we are buying from America and all the other countries. So why not grow it here? And I think that's a good cause. The only thing about it is they should have done it with the dairy farm as well. Now they're getting people coming into Fiji, but they've actually, I think they've leased it out to China.
Exactly. So
Not to
when I saw
China,
this-
but some Chinese businessmen. It's not to China.
So when I saw the story, I got very emotional. I saw the picture of this guy, Elisa's name.
Good luck to him,
man. Good luck to him and his family. And I wish all the others who have tried their luck, do keep on trying. Australia every year has this fruit picking scheme coming up now onwards. देखते रहना, keep an eye for that. Health अच्छा है, चले आओ.
अच्छा है, you tell your family and friends.
अच्छा हेल्थ अच्छा है, चले आओ ना.
My friend, तुम अगर रेडियो फिजी में रहता है, एक साउथ इंडियन स्टेशन खोले पड़ी तुम्हारे खातिर नहीं रही.
यार ये हम
गोर मदरा जी है, करिया मदरा जी नहीं, गोर मदरा जी है.
हाँ यार, कोची करे मदरा जी संगत बहुत भारी करा जी.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this feed, you'll see the person on my this side is a little bit brighter because I'm naturally darker than him, but he wanted me to make him bright, so he does look a little bit bright. Not asking gore kar I made him a little bit brighter. So yes, he's bright, but I made him more brighter. That's why I'm wearing a white shirt, so I could contrast with him. Chatak bright, and he was wearing dark, so I had to lift him up a little bit.
Ooh.
Okay, moving ahead. What else have you got?
I've got a शायरी जल्दी से पढ़ दे कि नहीं.
Yes, if you got a wonderful sari of yours.
यास्मीन जी ने हमारे पास भेजा है शायरी.
Yes, of course, as usual, every week.
So यास्मीन जी बड़े चाव के साथ लिखते हैं कि
कौन सी संगे?
बड़े चाव के साथ लिखते हैं.
बड़ा चाव?
बड़े चाव के साथ लिखती हैं कि
You mean like CHOW?
हाँ, CH चाव. बड़ा हैप्पीनेस से लिखती है कि गुजारिश हमारी वो मान न सके, गुजारिश हमारी वो मान न सके दोस्तों, मजबूरी हमारी वो जान न सके।
क्या बात।
गुजारिश हमारी वो मान न सके, मजबूरी हमारी वो जान न सके। कहते हैं मरने के बाद भी याद रखेंगे, कहते हैं मरने के बाद भी याद रखेंगे, जो जीते जी हमें पहचान ना सके। So when you are still alive, people don't पहचानो you, but वो लिखती है कि मरे के बाद में हम तुम्हें भी याद रखेगा, क्योंकि लाइफ में तुम्हें पहचाना नहीं रहा, हम तुम्हें पहचाना। गुजारिश हमारी वो मान ना सके, मजबूरी हमारी वो जान ना सके। कहते हैं मरने के बाद भी याद रखेंगे, जो जीते जी हमें पहचान ना सके।
क्या
क्या
बात, क्या बात, ताली ताली
बहुत
ताली।
गंभीर में लिखे है लड़की। हाँ?
Yes, yes, yes. You know, and food for thought है ना, like शायरी. It's nice. And what have you got? Have you got any शायरी today?
I have, brother. I have. हमारा तो जिंदगी पे रेवे, and this one is a very good one. जल्दी से पढ़ दे।
Okay, go for it.
दो पल की जिंदगी है यारो, दो पल की जिंदगी है यारो, आज बचपन कल जवानी, परसों बुढ़ापा फिर खत्म कहानी। चलो हंस कर जिए, चलो खुल कर जिए, फिर न आने वाली ये रात सुहानी, फिर न आने वाला ये दिन सुहाना। कल जो बीत गया सो बीत गया, क्यों करते हो आने वाले कल की चिंता। आज और अभी जियो, दूसरा पल हो न हो। आओ जिंदगी को गाते चले, आओ जिंदगी को गाते चले। कहाँ चला गया बरो? जिंदगी कहाँ चला गया? आओ जिंदगी को गाते चले, कुछ बातें मन की करते चले, रूठों को हम मनाते चले। आओ जिंदगी की कहानी प्यार से लिखते चले दोस्तों, आओ जिंदगी और कहानी प्यार से लिखते चले, कुछ बोल मीठे बोलते चले, कुछ रिश्ते नए बनाते चले। दो पल की जिंदगी है, आज बचपन कल जवानी, परसों बुढ़ापा फिर खत्म कहानी।
क्या बात, क्या बात, क्या बात, क्या बात. You know, I wish everybody would understand that. I think as we age, then you start embracing all those things. I think. You know?
Exactly. In layman's term would be just live for now. और अब पर मैं से हम अपन बहन में I always tell them we must invest in memories, ना? हम लोग बहन में sorry if I take this, but in context बताता है कि I always tell my boys, we are all getting old, we are all getting senior. कभी न कभी बीमारी घेरी, you know. Let's do things together. Let's do and forget, you know. कल के बारे में भुला जाओ, जो कुछ भय मार गोली सा. Let's live it now.
So what age group do you think this this saying would meaningful शायरी कह रही है आरती जी, that this would work for all, apply to.
Exactly. Apply to. देखो young रहे, these things don't hit you in the heart naturally, obviously, ना. उठलो हम लोग भगवान इसे बनाई से ना. So it happens to us after 40. After 40, do those things that you have missed during those times, na? And things like that. Or जैसे कि like you said, we had a show the other day, na? There were thousands of comments. उसमें कल एक बंदा, he wrote a very negative thing, ना?
Okay.
तो हम उसके फिर मैसेज करा, you know how I operate. हम घरे and asked him simple. हम बोला भाई एक बात बताओ, what do you guys get out of commenting such things? कोई के दिल दुखाए कि मिले कौन ची? क्या ऊपर वाला बैठा, I mean, कुछ करना है, कोई बारे में privately मैसेज कर दो, तुम प्रोग्राम में आए कि you wanna write negative thing. What kick do you get out of this? सबसे पूछा. He hasn't replied. हम लोग एक बात तुम बता दो. What did you get out of it? मिले कौन ची तुम लोग के कोई बारे में बन लिखे कि यार नहीं अच्छा है, मतलब भैया just flick on, just carry on, ना. तो जिंदगी में वही तो बोली कि ना.
I think these people are just generally negative people.
हाँ, but कितना भी negative यार. I mean,
Their life is bitter probably, you know. That's
probably bitter, ना.
And they can't see your fruits. They can't bear the fruits that you guys enjoy your life, and you look good. तुम गोर है, तुम्हारा मूड में बाहर है. You've got the Bakri man going. You get your happy family going. People probably cannot digest it, my friend.
But he wrote about the overall music that we were playing. We played a bit of reggae.
He's probably seen you everywhere, my friend. कि grow करता है, म्यूजिक बजाता है, उकलेले लेके जुटता है, 180,000 comments आ जाए, likes आ जाए, And then you've got the bakri going, and then you're famous on, what's it, TikTok mein. So,
हाँ,
and
but
you've got a
time
humble
निकाल-
face, jab dekho haste rehta hai.
हाँ,
So
तो-
maybe uske bhai nahi hai, bro. I don't know. That's probably it.
No. He wrote something about the music that we had played. हमें बहुत खराब लगा ना कि we are doing so many things and नहीं
Do
चलेंगे
you
भाई,
think he
just
wrote
move on.
about music? Do you think he really wrote about music, or do you think he wrote about the person who was playing the music?
He wrote about the music. हम लोग एक वीडियो बना reggae पर कुछ बजा रहा कोई एक पुराना line, then he commented on that. After that निकल गया, But भैया एक चीज बताएगा परम, क्या लाए थे, क्या लेकर जाओगे भैया? आओ कुछ लुटाते चले, आओ सबके साथ चलते चले, जिंदगी के सफर यूं ही बस काटते चले.
Well, I think this
Yes.
fella is lut out too much. लुटाते चले गए. This fella is lut out too much. That's why he needs to कुछ बताए.
मैसेज नहीं करी से, रिप्लाई नहीं करी से. पहले बार मांगो अच्छे से बात करो, इसके बाद मेरे चाबुक मांगे.
ले चाबुक मांगे. Well, it's quite amazing. There are people, and I for once one that I don't like negative thoughts, and I don't like accompanying negative thought people. So it actually pulls you down. It pulls you down. So
Exactly.
surround yourself with positive people.
हाँ, क्या कुछ बारे में नेगेटिव लिख दिया, don't you feel कि ऊपर वाला बैठा देखे तमाशा तुम्हें?
But my friend, isn't it interesting? Isn't it interesting that everybody says good things, but only one person says bad thing,
हाँ.
and that makes an impact on you.
Yeah.
So
हमें क्या ले, we were very late. Like I don't know about you, I was very late on Facebook. हम लोग टाइम कहाँ कभी रहा ना. And then
Yeah.
when I came on that time about 10, 12 years back, all the musicians and all the singers were like Tismar Khan on Facebook. They were started commenting on everybody's speech and everybody's timing and everybody. They say यही लोग कुछ सीखे, यही लोग उस्ताद लोग हैं, So people went through that phase and people, I for one wrote out कि लोग भैया लोग को कोई improvement करना है तो private message कर दो. ना दुनिया को नहीं देखा कि तुम जनता ही वो जनता है, तुम्हारा pitch wrong, तुम्हारा timing wrong है भैया. You never know, people can go through so much mental
yes,
कुछ बोले इसकी mental health में how many people are involved in things like privately बात करो.
if you don't like it,
the
move on.
move on. So the awareness was there so strong कि later on अभी तुम देखो अभी not many people एक दूसरे के कोचे नहीं है, There will be one out of 100 that would do that, but
तुम सबके बंद कर दिया कोचेला.
नहीं हाँ नहीं awareness उस टाइम चला हम नहीं, but here the people started saying भैया तुम भी एक गूगल गाय के छोड़ दो तो वहीं पर आदमी ठप हो जावे, But anyway, म्यूजिक पे बात आया परम तो नवनील हमारे बहुत अच्छे दोस्त फीजी में, उन्होंने एक बहुत अच्छा पोस्ट फेसबुक पे छोड़ दिया कैप्चर करा ना. बोले if you are a musician, I do not get paid to perform. I get paid to own professional equipment, loads of equipment in and out. I spend a lifetime learning how to perform. I spend a lifetime rehearsing with others. I spent a lifetime locked in a room by myself and grinding on my instrument. I spent countless hours working on equipment. Learn correctly. I get to the gig first person and the last person to leave the gig, And फिर आदमी वही में बोले भैया फ्री में बजा देगा. हमारा कहना है कि भाई नहीं.
That was interesting. That happens with us, doesn't it? Happens with us.
People pay करी ढोलक के, people करी sound man के best of the best, whole best of the best मांगी, गाना best of the best मांगी, कोई function हो. And when it comes to paying the musicians, वो लोग उतना भी नहीं मांगे, वो लोग के नानी मर जाए, So
Well, क्या करेगा. Okay, we've got about one question to go before we proceed with that, or two questions.
Two questions to go. Let's do it very
Okay.
quickly.
Sure, go for it. Here
This
we
is a
go.
very easy one. It's a Bollywood one, and I said this a long time back. परम तुम्हें याद रहे. Who was considered for the role of Raj Malhotra in the movie
Raj
Dilwale
Malhotra.
Dulhania Le Jayenge? Right? And in the end,
Okay.
of course, Raj Malhotra was played by Shah Rukh Khan.
Shah
परम
Rukh
तुम्हें याद नहीं लगा ना आंसर ना?
I can't remember.
तुम बड़ा
I can't.
देखा
I
नहीं.
do remember things well, but I just can't remember this. I'm hopeless in this. Apologies.
So who was considered for the role of Dilwale Dulhania Le Jayenge जो नहीं Raj रहे हुए. Shah
Raj
Rukh Khan
की
played by Raj. Who was the first? Amir Khan नहीं.
Okay, let's see who. Good morning. Biggest morning to you for cancer. कुछ लिखी से आंटी. 29th of May. Any donation from 10:30 Austral May, please. Thank you. Thank you very much, Auntie Ji, for letting us know. डोनेशन के लिए आप रीच आउट कर सकते हैं रेशमा सिंह को, who is very active on Facebook these days, and yay, cause for good. So who was actually chosen
Who was
originally?
chosen as yes, डायरेक्टर लोग किसी को चुना था, दिलवाले दुल्हनिया ले जाएंगे।
राज मल्होत्रा को किसने चुना था? जानी आमिर खान
Very
बताया
easy.
सबको।
अभी रिया रहता बता रहे रिया
हम तो सीधा बोले सलमान खान यार।
सलमान खान,
अक्षय कुमार, सलमान खान,
very easy.
अजय देवगन, 3 नाम दे दिया। देखिए कोई राइट है कि नहीं मुझसे?
एक को नहीं रहते, आमिर खान भी नहीं, so
अमिताभ बच्चन।
एकदम सिंपल क्वेश्चन पूछ दिया। सलाम
Simple
खान
question
नहीं,
है।
सलमान खान नहीं, एकदम सिंपल क्वेश्चन। शाहरुख खान तो
Shahrukh Khan
was
played.
there.
Shahrukh was chosen,
He
obviously.
played that role. Initially, directors they
Kajal के
I have
opposite
put
में,
it.
Kajal was the heroine, so who would have chosen opposite her?
Kajal and Rani Mukherjee, no? So why I chose this, because this film is creating havoc. अभी तक बोले बॉलीवुड में इतना ज्यादा फेमस फिल्म आज तक नहीं बना।
Yes,
Still running in
that-
theaters.
Dilwale Dulhaniya and Sholay, 2 of the epic films.
Surely. And it has
Running
been
still.
collecting awards and awards all around the globe. कौन
Yep.
सा बंदा था?
Okay,
But
go
एक
for
चीज
it.
अच्छा लगे भाई, फिजी के लेकर अगर कोई हिस्ट्री पूछो, people are there with great answers. But बॉलीवुड के बारे में पूछा, slack हो गया। That's a good sign. That's a good sign. फिजी के बारे में सैफ अली
Local
खान।
talent Saif Ali Khan.
नहीं।
आओ,
आओ।
नमस्कारम भाई.
नमस्कार। अभी तक कोई आंसर राइट आंसर दिस नहीं है।
Late
जी,
today.
नमस्कारम।
That's okay. Ajay Devgan, I think इसमें अजय देवगन हम बोला था, उसके wrong आंसर है.
Wrong
मास्टर
answer.
जी ने बताया था, बोला वेलकम टू द प्रोग्राम ब्रो। सीवीजी सांस पे तो आप भी इस क्वेश्चन को आंसर कर सकते हैं कि हु वाज चोजन टू प्ले द रोल ऑफ राज मल्होत्रा फ्रॉम दिलवाले दुल्हनिया। शाहरुख खान का तो ओरिजिनली मिला था, लेकिन कोई और शायद उसे ऋतिक रोशन है।
अच्छा, एक क्लू और दे दी, इजी कर दी। हम
हाँ।
जैसे बोले तुम जान जाएंगे, पर एक गोरा रहा,
गोरा रहा,
जान गया।
बॉब क्रिस्टो।
बॉब क्रिस्टो। बॉब क्रिस्टो।
तुम गोरा बोला। गोरा है, क्लू है गोरा है।
They wanted a Gora face.
गोरा
Gora
फेस।
था।
ओह यस, ओके आई नो गोरा कौन है।
तुम जान
अरे गोरा फेस मांगता रहा यार, क्लू दी से खाली। और बॉलीवुड में कौन एकदम गोर लगे, सोचो।
खराब लगा।
नेजली ना, नेजल क्लू, एक और क्लू दो नेजल।
Nasal.
नेजल एक और क्लू है, वेरी नेजल, दैट्स अनदर क्लू।
अच्छा, एक और क्लू, very handsome dude.
हाँ,
That guy.
नाक फुला है कि पचका है वो?
कौन? एकदम पचका, straight है।
स्ट्रेट एकदम सीरियस लुक रे, हंसते रे फरारदम।
हमारा कब है?
तुम्हारा कम लगे थे।
Serious भी है। हमारा।
So yes, who was
Jawan-
chosen to
Jawan
play
Kudin.
Raj Malhotra's role, ladies and gentlemen? नहीं जाने भाई, और क्लू दो।
He was married to Nicole Kidman, I would say.
Okay, so okay.
Nicole Kidman.
There you go. Hey,
Sanju Baba, brother. Sanju Baba.
माता की जय।
जय माता दी संजय भाई। Right.
Tom
so
Cruise.
आंसर मिल गया भाई। Tom Cruise. Yes, Tom Cruise. So प्रीति अमित कुमार ने सही जवाब दिया है, और साथ ही साथ में संजय सागर, Tom Cruise, और याश
Obviously,
मिर्जा भी थी।
so they will win. If they win, they'll probably donate it back into the program.
Thank you very much for the answers, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it was Tom Cruise. He was considered as the role, and then dates नहीं मिला, और उस Tom Cruise के prize भी थोड़ा considered ना। It is believed that Tom Cruise अगर फिल्म बनाए पर one film is $21 million.
That goes to show how many people pay attention to this program, especially questions. They think कि प्रणल कुछ घड़ू पूछी।
घड़ू पूछे हुए थे बात। अच्छा, last one है। Last question. Johnny would know probably. Which village am I talking about? This village, Param, I think you haven't visited, but you should go and visit this village, right? It is.
I should go. Why should I go? Because I
you
like
should-
visiting.
You like visiting places, right?
Okay.
This village has about 200 thatched houses, thatched building. I mean, a Fijian bure, right? You can go and live in those bure, right? And it is one of the few settlements in Fiji which remains, हम कह सकते हैं, traditional architectural wise. It's very traditional, right? And it has got 3 settlements put together. It is protected by mountains and ridges, and it is on the other side of a river, very famous river.
Haven't I been
And
there?
it is a very popular tourist site. And it is very special, Param, because all the houses, the Fijian bures, are of the same size.
Hmm.
And all the bures have a metal post, also known as bow in Fijian. No? And bows are mostly placed in a chief's house, right? And it is a very special village. It is in the western side of the country. कौन से
Western
village है? सबको
province.
अनजान है इसके.
So, ladies and gentlemen, which is
And
this
it,
little
what is? Yeah,
town?
it's a village in the
Village?
Bar Highlands of Northern Central. Yes, सही आंसर है Navala village. Navala.
Okay.
So Navala village. प्रीति अमित कुमार साथ में जोने का नाम लिख लो और अभी गांडर ने कहा है बा Navala. Yes. So there was a storm that destroyed a few bures a long time back, but it is still there. It is a popular tourist site, Bar Highlands. So guys, if you're gonna go and visit these places, do go. It's a lovely, lovely interior. Navala made lots
तुम
of
गया
peace.
कभी? Have you been there?
I tried 1 or 2 times going there because because हम लोग तो लटका के है ना, but I haven't visited. But I have been a great follower of this. My friends have been there. That's how I know that. Perfect.
In some places you cannot wear a hat. They don't allow you to wear a hat in the village.
In the villages, yes, of course.
Because I
don't
was
know
in Levuka and I was about to pass. I was just walking across. I just कि कितना लंबा रास्ता जाए around the island, no?
about-
And I was passing one of the bridges and I passed the island and before I hit, तो वहाँ से लोग से approval लेक पड़े ना, तो they said take your hat off and then you proceed. So that's what's probably respect, I suppose. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a
But,
respect for the chief and the people over there. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's a good one. That's what makes Fiji so
Navala.
special. No?
Okay. Navalu village. There's so many things to see in Fiji, na, Bibi?
Navala
do.
village. This is one of the places I would want to go and visit one day. Not recent, but one day.
My friend, there's today this weekend I actually flew from Nassori to Nandi to Nassori, and it was quite interesting. On my way back, I saw this lovely highlands, as you may see, the highlands, because the weather was wonderful, and you could see the greenery, the terrain of Fiji. It's so beautiful from there up there. Na? The drone shot agar le, it's so nice. It's amazing.
Did you Pushpa film ख्याल है फिर कि नहीं?
In any village, the protocol has to be followed. No hats, no small clothes. Okay. Small clothes भले कि छोटा-छोटा नहीं allowed है.
हाँ, bikini वगैरह ना, definitely.
अरे बिकिनी नहीं यार, मैं स्कर्ट तो छोटा स्कर्ट भी नहीं मिला है.
No, not allowed, बिल्कुल नहीं.
So
they
they
will
would.
give you.
बट वो लोग जो चीज सरों कौन सी बोले लोग बांधे हैं.
तो वो लोग लाके तुम्हें लपेट देगा कुछ जगह पर, that sulu. They give
Because
you
some of
sulu.
the Fijian girls that they tie around, ना कौन सी बोले उसके गटे में बांधे वाला.
गटे में.
Necklace got
वगैरह
some
बोलते हैं.
nice place to visit, nice people as well.
बात तो बा है
सब
किसी
तो बात तो वाह है.
बात तो बा, yes.
So you can see he's from Ba.
Positive comment, yeah. Ki staying in Fiji but never visited. Yes, Navala, very, very, very beautiful in the highlands. Ba Sanatan College School के opposite में इधर से, वहाँ से तुम रास्ता सीधा ले लो.
कहाँ से जाओ? नमोसी.
Ba Sanatan College, हाँ, तो आगे जाके and then you turn right. There's a shortcut go up there. So
It'd be
it is
interesting to see.
lot of tourists go there for their
Sebu
peace and
sebu करके ना.
Sebu correct पड़ी chief रही, so you
Yeah.
gotta follow all the protocols there. And it is the only village that has got about roughly 200 Fijian
Bures.
thatched houses. Sulu Bakatonga.
So it's a nice drone shots वगैरह सब को ले ना, just to capture everything, but they may not allow probably.
We'll check पड़ेगा.
Well, interesting, ladies and gentlemen. There's food for thought, and we learn everything every day as we proceed with this program.
We'll do that.
Episode 40 है. And next week we're not here, but nevertheless, the week after that we'll be here in our program. We've got Priya Das coming.
Oh,
Episode number 41.
Priya Das ki Priya Yagnik. Priya Yagnik.
Priya Das, then Yaganik, you could say. So yes, it's we're coming towards the end of the program, and
Yes.
before we round up with the draw, if you got anything to say, my friend, Mr.
Yes,
Pranav.
this last one. I was reading I was searching the net for some interesting news. Like I said, Adbhut Kintu Satya, I always bring it. So I was very intrigued by this article that I'm going to talk about. There's a couple. They say Ukrainians people are getting out, na, to England.
Yeah.
Say the government has said, look, if you can sponsor somebody into your house from Ukraine, why not? Na? So there was this husband. There was this family, right? Husband, his name is 29-year-old. Our wife 28, and they had kids. So he was very utsuk कि हम चलो कोई के sponsor करें ना, to come and live with me in my house and things like that. And Lviv is a place where bomb here, they bombed it ना. तो वहाँ से एक लड़की के sponsor करें, husband and wife, they sponsored this family from Ukraine, and according to the government's rehoming scheme के तहत ना. So और लगभग 10 रोज खरी लड़की रही घर में. डेडी उसके संगे होइली.
So how come तुम्हें interesting लगा ये ला? हाँ?
Interesting लगा. I mean, this is happening ना. I mean, situation के बेचारे के फायदा निकाल ले ली से लड़का ना. So Tony is 29 years old. He left this family, left the children and everybody. और वो बहुत अच्छा फ्रेंड हो गया लड़की औरत के ना. They were very close friends. सडनली अचानक से बोले जाओ, लड़की बोले तुम जाओ यहाँ से. गैसे बाहर गया, आदमी बोले हम भी जाता. So now at the moment they are looking for another house somewhere. जहाँ से ये पापा रही, ये लड़की रही बेचारी ना. So
अच्छी है बेचारी.
अच्छी बेचारी. This can happen. It happened in England as well, or West Yorks में. और they were the sponsors of this. सुंदर लड़की. The picture.
सुंदर लड़की है.
Very pretty लड़की. So I say it can happen. कहने का तात्पर्य है, it is bound to happen, ladies and gentlemen. And ना घरे कोई बुलाया है पर.
Be careful when you call someone home. You never know. They'll say, go outside and leg खोल देंगे. Nice program, Johnny says. And also, I would like to thank Johnny. Thank you very much, both of you, for taking your time for us. Yes. Okay, $100 Fijian is for grabs, and this the 5 question as we ask in our program here, and we choose 3 best 3 answers who come first. And wonderful question once again, Pranav, for putting in effort into so much effort into those things, and it's always a pleasure. So I'll shuffle a bit so people can see that we are shuffling. Everybody's name is there. Take away
this लड़की की.
Okay, I'm shuffling, and thank you for those who are actually involved in this program today and participated, and some interesting questions and some very interesting answers and some very interesting food for thought to learn. So Pranav,
let's not forget the money that we are giving out today.
Yes, it's going to be
kind sponsor Ardi Panchanji, Print Very Digital Lab के दोस्त साथियों, for any flyers, calendars, banners, do contact him.
Yep.
It's
So
you were saying something, Param?
I was saying that what's your thought on who's going to win today?
That's
I think
a
it's
good
between
question.
Johnny and साथ में Priti Amit Kumar, because they participated very well. So let me shuffle it, Pranav. Spin it,
Okay.
my friend.
Give it a kick. Give it a kick.
1, 2. Here's a kick.
Congratulations, Priti Amit Kumar. Fiji ke na? Thank you very much for taking part, and congratulations, Priti Amit Kumar. For the others, better luck next time. In a fortnight, we'll do this again.
Johnny, you are very close, my friend. As you can see, it's live there, and you can see. Let's see who was supposed to be second.
Let's see who's the second one.
Although we don't have
Second
it,
one.
but let's see.
जुट्टे की खुशी हो जी.
There you go, Johnny. There you go.
Bro.
You'd have been there second,
So
Johnny.
maybe luck is with you as well. Better luck next time, bro.
congratulations, and thank you guys, and thank you for joining us. And as usual, it was a pleasure. On episode 40, आज प्रणल का जो तबीयत है थोड़ी सी नशा थी. हालांकि तबीयत इनकी थोड़ी सी ख़राब होने पर भी बच्चा ने आया, अपना कीमती वक्त निकाला. उसके लिए आपको हम आपके बड़े क्या कहते हो, शुक्रगुजार है और आधा बस्ता thank you. Okay, and all the best. We'll see you again on episode number 40.
No worries, very quickly, there's a guy called Michael Macro कुछ लिखे है भैया लोग, कोई link नहीं दबा देना उसके.
Yeah, I think these are hackers that would come into our program and post things like that, so please disregard that. And thank you very much for joining us with us. For those who have tuned in, we'll be take care, and we'll be again in a fortnight's time, and take care. Nisa Mode
मिलते हैं निसम बोला बिना का.
and
नमस्कार.
पीजीटीवी ऑस्ट्रेलिया से बुला और नमस्ते. आपका स्वागत है आज के शो में. चिट मसाला है शो का नाम. हर एक जुबान पे एक ही नाम. तो आइए परम और प्रणोल के संग. चिट मसाला शो में. तो आइए परम और प्रणोल के संग. तो आइए परम और प्रणोल